I finally did it. I have lost my main microphone clip on, and I have been out here for a while moving some things around, and I'm despondent. So I'm going to keep an eye out for it. I went inside and got my second one, but yeah, not happy. Not happy at all. Not happy at all. These are not cheap. They're inexpensive, but they're not cheap. Hello, and welcome to the channel. I have been in the garden for a while, moving some things around and getting ready to harvest a couple of seeds. My burdock root seeds looks like this one is ready to be harvested. Uh, I've been moving some pots around, but today I'm here because I've neglected my potatoes. I didn't mean to neglect my potatoes, but I don't know if you can tell. I'm pouring down with sweat. I don't know if I turn this on, you all can hear it. I hope not. Hope it doesn't interfere with the microphone. Let's play with it and see. But I'm pouring down with sweat, and I haven't been out here that terribly long. I got a late start this morning. I took the day off so I can get a little rest and catch up on a couple of videos from you all, some of my favorite content creators. I watched a couple of videos, made myself a nice morning cucumber and pineapple drink, had a cup of coffee, the things. And decided, okay, let me take care of a couple things. My irrigation emitters finally came in. They changed the ship date 3 times on me. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Not happy with the big amazing store, by the way, because they have not been amazing since I canceled my my Prime. Yeah, they have not been amazing. So I finally got my emitters in. The entire, well, not the entire, but a lot of the pots here in the cattle panel, I need to switch out the emitters on those and see if that's the problem. I only have maybe 2 or 3 in the back garden that still are misbehaving. I have 1, maybe 2 in the tire garden that's misbehaving. And so for the vast majority of the garden, the irrigation is working. I haven't added any more irrigation tubing, so it's not overloaded. That's a problem. If you overload, it will not work for you. It will not give a full burst of water. And I didn't do anything other than unplug it from last year and then plug it back up this year. And it just decided it didn't want to work. So I'm still troubleshooting that. But today I am here over in the back side of the cattle panel. I have 2 pots of potatoes, and I'm going to show you what they look like. Again, I've neglected them because I've just been, life is lifing. And I have a huge garden. I'm trying to get more in, get more pots in, and this is where I'm at. Full transparency. Honesty is always the key. Best practice. And so let's get over here into the potato section. I'm going to be moving some things around over here as well. I will not be growing potatoes in the potato tower. I like the potato tower, but I won't be growing in that again this coming fall. I'll be adding that soil into a new container that I pulled out of the shed. I've had it for some weeks now, probably about a month or so. And we're going to do some shifting of some more containers. And then once I finish all of that, I will work on the irrigation. I may bring you back in this video to show you a little bit of the irrigation, just a snippet of it. But let's get into these potatoes. Excuse my shadow, but this is my purple potato pot right here where I grew purple potatoes. You can see that the plants have died back. I meant to harvest them, but all of a sudden these began to grow. And so, can y'all see that? The sun is high, so I do apologize, but they began to grow. I will be harvesting this half, over here, right there. I'm going to be digging that out, refreshing the soil, feeding it, and then watering it because I have not been watering it as much. I didn't want to ruin any potatoes that might be on this side over here. So that is potato bucket number 1. potato tower over here. Nothing is sprouting. I don't think there's anything in there. Again, excuse my shadow. I'm going to be shifting in just a moment, but I'm going to be harvesting the potato tower and putting the soil in this container right here, moving the potato tower out of the way and putting that container right here. And so we're going to be, nope, actually that container is going to go over there in the cattle panel area. I have air layered 3 trees, and one of them is going to go in here. So I'm going to be shifting that back over there. That container was in the sorry y'all, I'm pouring down with sweat. That container was in the fruit area, the tree area. And so I'm going to move that container right here. It is already growing beans as well as garlic chives. And the garlic chives, I don't know if you can tell, but they are going to seed. So I'll be getting some seeds off of that. And so I'm going to be moving that right here. And we're going to be growing more food right here. Now I've moved the celery. Let me get around here. Hopefully I'm not stepping on anything of any importance. Let me shift. I'm still looking for my, if y'all see it, holler out. I'm looking for my microphone. I moved the celery over here. I'm probably going to take the celery out of here and move it into the cattle panel in a container, and then take this contraption, these crates, and move them into the back of the garden right under there, where I have the ginger growing, and then I can grow garlic and or ginger in here, way over there. So I haven't decided yet, but again, I'm moving things around. So I just shifted it over here for just a moment. So we'll see what I do. I think I'm going to take that out, like I said, and put it inside of the cattle panel. I have a huge pot in there. Excuse the planes flying over. I live in an area where planes fly over regularly, and so you probably can hear the planes. But that's probably going to come out today, very soon. So we'll see. So let's get to this. As I'm trying to keep my phone from going hot, which it has gone hot already once, and I have done very little of anything. I've had to move the phone up under the cattle panel and move the tower from where it was originally sitting, where you all just saw it, and over here. While I did that, I let the phone sit in the cattle panel area so that it could cool off. So it just cooled off. I don't know how much longer I can be out here today. The phone is in protest, just like I am in protest. And I'm still looking for my microphone. Y'all, I'm so upset. I really am so upset. I don't like losing things. And I knew better. I knew I should have just waited and left it in the house while I moved things I was moving. But no, I was trying to take care of multiple things at once, thinking, oh, it's not gonna be a big deal. It was. So I'm gonna be talking about this for a little bit today, because that's just how I feel. I'm disappointed in myself because I knew better. And while I'm sitting here, my horseradish leaves, I'm taking those out, the ones that have gone over, and I'm putting them in the bottom of the pot and gonna let them rot down, because I don't want to see those raggedy leaves. So again, doing too much always. So let's get into these potatoes, because I really need to get in the house, get cleaned up, because I still have other things to do. I've been canning. I need to take all those jars, get them cleaned up, put them in the canning closet. And I found a deal on some more jars. If I can, I'll take you all along with me. And if this video is not too long, I'll add it to this video. I may have to do some cutting down so that you all can see that. But I was online this morning. I found some jars for $7.88. And so I'm going to drive 30 or so minutes away and see if I can find those jars. They said they had 12. So I want to go get some more, because I do plan on doing more canning, and you can never have enough jars. And as I look around, yeah, I want to do as much canning as possible. I've got basil that needs to be harvested. I've got a couple peppers that have come on. Those, excuse me, were supposed to be shishito. They look like they are fresnos. No, serranos. One of the two, because I grow both of them. One of them has a pointy tip, one of them doesn't. One of them looks like a jalapeno. So that's long and looks kind of like a one of the two, y'all. One of the two. I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the description box below. But it's finally beginning to put on fruit. I have two peppers that are flowering, finally beginning to put on fruit. I have okra. You all probably can't see, but I have a little okra right here. Y'all can't see it because the camera is not allowing you to see it. I've got a big okra right here. I just cut some okra off this plant today and took it in the house. I did put okra in my drink this morning, my pineapple and cucumber drink. I just put one okra pod, because you need all the goodness. All right, y'all, I'm flippity flopping today because my brain is on overdrive of things that I really need to do. Okay, let's get into these potatoes. Let me stop messing around. It's because I'm frustrated about my microphone. I hope you all can see. I know this is not the best angle, but it's the best I can do right now. And so, because it's so hot out here, and I can't just move my camera wherever I would like because it's too hot and it'll get hot. So I'm just taking the clips off of the black plastic bag. I'm going to slip out the tower. And this is nothing more than chicken wire, y'all. I'm just going to beat it down like that. And I know my microphone cannot be in this container right here because there was nothing in this container when I put it in here. And I looked as I was putting things in here. This is nothing more than cardboard and leaves. But I'm going to shift around for just a quick second. I'm not going to take you all with me while I shift before I put soil in here. But before I put soil in here, I'm going to shift this around just in case. So hold that thought. It was not in here. I took everything out and put it back. Just leaves and cardboard is all is in here. So not in here. And I'm going to put the soil in here. But first, I want to see if there are any potatoes. If you all remember, there were white and red potatoes that my sister or either my mom or my sister had given me white or red potatoes. And I put them in here along with some, oh, this bag is tearing up. Whoop, I thought I would be able to maneuver this bag, but it is tearing up. So I'm going to try to lift it into this box because I don't want to lose this soil. Hopefully I don't lose the soil. You know what? I'm just going to put it in here. Let's just do that because it's tearing up because of the heat and the sun. So I'm just going to press down on the soil and try and lift this bag out because every time I touch it, it's ripping. It is not behaving nicely. I don't think I have any potatoes in here. It would be nice if I did, but like I said, I didn't do very well with my potatoes. They grew nicely, but this one died off really quickly. I don't believe it had anything to do with the watering because I did my very best to water this. It was on drip. I was watering by hand. I'm just going through with my hand soil. So far, I don't see any potatoes. I want to get all that soil out there. I want to get this plastic out of here. Hope you all can see. Oh, but I don't see any potatoes at all in here. And I tried not to overwater this. I've continued to water it. I haven't watered it over the past couple of weeks because what I've been trying to do is let it dry out, but it's still moist. The top was dry, but deep down in the bag was moist. And no, I don't see any potatoes in here. No little potatoes. If there were, they rotted. But like I said, don't think that there were any in here. The plant grew and then it succumbed. These were kitchen potatoes. Uh, this was an experiment. I'm disappointed because I really wanted to get some small potatoes. And again, it's quite likely that I'm overlooking something. Sometimes you miss a potato and then just like this pot over here, you end up with potatoes growing. because you missed a potato. So it's possible that I'm not seeing something, but I don't see any potatoes, and I don't see any other than one earwig. I'm not seeing any life. But earwigs can eat your potato. So if there was anything in here, uh, they could have eaten it. Because I should have harvested this quite a while ago, and I did not. And yeah, I don't see any potatoes, y'all. So that was a fail for me. I have been so busy trying to add containers and move things around and just do all the things to increase. This one fell off for me. And when it died back, I thought, oh, I'll just give it some time, let the potatoes cure and dry. I'm not going to overwater. But it did seem to die off quicker. So I don't think any potatoes formed, in all honesty. It did. You all saw it did grow, but I don't think potatoes really formed. It takes time for potatoes to form, and I'm not seeing anything. I hope y'all are seeing something other than my back. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything in here, and that's fine. That's fine. I will take this, fill it with more soil, and I'm going to put this over in the orchard area, like I mentioned, and this is going to grow a tree because I do have the Methodly plum. I have air layered. I've air layered my Fort Sam Houston peach, and I've also aired the Chicago Hardy fig again, but that is for my sister. And so I am going to put a Methodly plum in here as soon as it's ready. I haven't even looked to see if they're growing roots yet. I'm going to wait until sometime towards the end of the month. I think today is August 1st. Yes, today is August 1st. So I'm just going to put some fertilizer in here. The okra plant was touching me on my back, and I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" I'm going to put a heavy dose of fertilizer on the top of that soil because this grew potatoes. It grew a plant, and that plant was definitely going to uptake whatever was in the soil as far as fertilizer. So I'm going to take this and put it over in the orchard area, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to take a look at this pot right here. This is the purple potato. You already know that this one is actually growing potatoes. I'm going to harvest half of it to see if there's anything in there. I'm going to fertilize it, put that soil back, and I am going to leave this alone to let these 3 sprouts grow some potatoes. So either way, there should be some potatoes coming out of this pot because I'm excited to see that it reseeded itself, which I didn't think there was any potatoes in here. So I was surprised. And it died back and it's come back again. So this pot has continued to prove to me that it wants to grow and produce. So I'm just letting it. I've done absolutely nothing to this other than feed it. So let me put this over there and I'll be right back. All right, everybody. I hope you can see this container. I have just kind of shifted around a little bit, still trying to keep the phone from getting hot again and turning itself off because it did turn itself off. I'm going to move this horseradish over here, hopefully behind the camera. Hopefully it'll stay over there for right now. There we go. All right. So I have 3, don't know if you all can see. Let's do this. I have 3 sprouts. Can you all see that? I've got this one, and this one. That's 3 sprouts of potatoes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the frog and let it just prop up that potato so I do not interfere with what's growing right here. Now here, right here, that's gone, throw over here, right here, and right here were potatoes that were growing from last year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bucket. I'm going to take this box first. Let me put this bag inside this box so that I don't lose any soil because this box has holes in the bottom. I want to try to plug up those holes as best I can, just like that. I'm just going to put it on one side and I'm going to take out the spent potato plants from last year. There we are. And then I'm going to take this compost, I'm sorry, this wood chip, which is turning down into compost because it's breaking down. I'm going to take this wood chip off. I am going to put it back, but for right now, I'm taking it off. I do know there are worms in this pot. This is a healthy pot. That looks like some kind of a nut off of a tree. So we're going to get rid of that. All right. Sounds like UPS, FedEx, or somebody is out front. Hopefully they are dropping off a package. Like I said, I had ordered some stuff from the Amazing store. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to dump this over here. I'm actually going to move this back over here. Let me just dump this over here. Sorry if I hit y'all with my hat. Let's dump that over that side, just in case. I just want to shift that, just like that. Oops. Don't want to hurt the babies. Let's make sure I didn't hurt the babies. Don't want to do that. There we go. You want to cover those babies up. There we go. Didn't hurt anything. One dipped down, but it didn't hurt it. Okay, so now that I've taken the wood chip off, and I know that I'm moving a little slow today, y'all. I do apologize. I'm just going to slowly move back this soil. And this soil is beautiful. Can y'all see how beautiful and rich and black that soil is? This soil has had, oop, I see a potato. Hopefully it's not rotten. I have had, that's a purple potato. It's firm, not rotten, doesn't appear to have any holes in it. I'm going to put it right here in the bucket. You can easily miss purple potatoes. Easily miss them. They are hard to see. I don't want to use a tool because then you can scratch them. Oop, that looks like a grub. We're going to put this grub on this plastic bag down here. We're going to dispose of the grubs. The grubs will also eat your potatoes, y'all. I'm not sure what that is. Could be wood chip. But get your grubs out. If you see them, get them out. I will need to put some more nematodes in the soil. I'm not sure if I spread any, and I've got plenty of beautiful worms in here. This is also worm castings, you guys. These are young worms too. So I'm going slow. What I might need to do, another potato. Oops, sorry y'all, I hit y'all with my hat. Another small potato. These are going to be small. I am never worried about looking for really big potatoes because I never really get big purple potatoes. They are relatively small-ish. And I'm not going to go through this entire pot that looks like a potato. But this sun is now messing with my eyes, so it's hard for me to see. Like I said, these purple potatoes are very hard to pick out of the soil. So let me dig around in here. I'm also going to be pulling out any grubs I see. And I'm flicking them on top of that plastic bag. I'm going to feed them to the birds. I'm going to throw them out, feed them to the birds. So let me see if I have any over on this side. I'm trying not to harm any worms. I do have baby worms in here. Hopefully they are shifting themselves out of the way. And if I do not get a lot of potatoes, that's fine. The purpose for me is to allow what's already regrowing to grow, because these potatoes could have gone back into the soil. They could have rotted down. They could have been eaten by the worms. They could have been eaten by the earwigs. That's why it's important to harvest your food. Lesson learned from me. You know, I'm not upset. I didn't think I was going to be getting any purple potatoes, you all, because I didn't plant these. They came back from last year's potatoes, and I didn't plant any of these. So this is a bonus crop for me. So anything I get is a bonus out of here. So, and you should go down pretty deep. Let me get my fork if I can find what I did with it. I have a garden fork over here somewhere. Matter of fact, I'm going to use a trowel just to loosen the soil up right around the edge, trying to get that soil up. to see if there's anything in here. And again, I don't think there will be very many potatoes because again, this was a bonus crop. I didn't plant it. I had harvested all of my potatoes thinking that what I got was what I got. And lo and behold, this pot began to grow potatoes in the spring. And I was like, oh, wow, I guess I left some potatoes and didn't know about it. And so that's what came up. So any little thing is a blessing. And what I will do is I will put these little potatoes, there's only 2 of them, so there really isn't much I can do with those. I'm going to put them back in here, see if they'll grow some more. So I'm going to go through this soil because like I said, I'm not finding anything. And it's all in all likelihood, because the potatoes are small, it's possible I'm missing something. It is quite possible I am missing seeing them. And this soil is moist. It's not overly wet. I have watered it a little bit. But I'm trying to keep what's in here alive and growing. But I am going to fertilize. Sorry, y'all. I think I hit y'all with my hat. I hope y'all can see. So I don't feel like there's anything else in here. And I don't want to do any disturbance. Not too bad. Because I want what's in over here to grow for me. And then I promise I will harvest fall potatoes. And then I will plant this up with something else. Something maybe that will grow on the top. Maybe something in the brassica family, like well, no, beets, that's a root vegetable as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I will put something over here. More than likely, I'll be growing some beans. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I might put some lima beans in this pot to enrich this. I'm not seeing anything, and I do not want to go over here at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fertilize, and then I'll get some wood chip and put some wood chip over the top of here, and we're going to leave this alone. I'm going to give it a really nice helping of, sorry about y'all, y'all, I think I hit y'all with my phone. I'm going to give it a really nice helping of fertilizer. This is Osmocote, Azomite Rock Dust, Dr. Earth's blood meal and bone meal in here, and a little touch of lime, just a little touch of lime. So I'm just going to mush this around a little bit like this. I don't want it sitting on the top. I want it to get down to those roots. I want those roots to reach for it, because that's what you want. Because this is a root vegetable. So you want the roots to reach for it. All right. Okay. And so I will go and get some wood chip, top this off with wood chip. I'm going to leave the wood chip that I took off of this side over the top of these babies, because the soil level over here is relatively low. As you can see right here, the soil level is right there. The soil level, since I've fluffed it, is a little bit higher. So I'm going to get some wood chips and cover this up. And so all I really took out of here were 3 tiny little bitty potatoes, y'all. That's it. So I'm going to put them back, because I want to make sure, I'm going to put them down as far as my hand. I want to make sure that I am constantly getting something growing. Like I said, I am going to sow some lima beans very soon. I'm going to soak those lima beans, and I'm going to fill this pot with lima beans for the fall. So there you have it. Let me cover up that worm. We don't want him out there getting hot and frying. And that's it. It's not much of a disappointment. The other container was a bit of a disappointment, but maybe not so much either, because it didn't have enough time to grow. It kind of grew, bushed out really well, and then it died off. So I didn't really think that potatoes grew in that one, and that's fine. It was a kitchen experiment. This one, again, like I mentioned, this was a surprise, because it grew from potatoes that I didn't even know was in the pot. So having a crop that's growing from something that you did not plant initially for this particular season is always a blessing to see. So I'm happy to see it. So what I'm going to do is just move this tag, and it says blue Adirondack. Oop, and it also says lima beans. So I'm going to move the tag to right here, and I will be putting lima beans in here as well. So obviously that's something that I did uh, in not maybe last year, maybe the year before. Was this pot has been growing the blue potatoes and the lima beans. So we're just gonna let me go get those jars, and if there's enough time, I'll take you all with me. If not, thank you for joining me in the garden this morning. I know this has been rushed because my mind is somewhere else. I'm still looking to find my microphone, and I'm hoping that I find it, because I don't want it to be out here and get damaged, and um, I don't have my second microphone, so when I have guests, because I do hope to one day maybe have guests in my garden, and I'd love to be able to use the microphone so that they can be heard and I can be heard. So I'm going to walk around one more time, look and see if I can find it. It's definitely not in my shirt because I don't feel it. I tacked it to the outside of my shirt. But I'm going to walk around again where I was. I wasn't all over the garden. So if I don't see you all again later on, thank you all for joining me. Let me look y'all in the face. I am sweating something fierce, y'all. So if I don't see you all in a little while as I'm going to go pick up those jars, then I will see you in the next video. Again, it is extremely hot. I took note of the temperature yesterday. It was 87 degrees at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time it is right now. It's probably close to noon. Let's take a look and see. My watch is wet. It's 12:30, and it is well over 87 degrees. I already know that. It's probably close to 90 degrees right now. So I need to get inside. I have been under shade for the vast majority of this morning. I did walk around and move some things in the sun, and so I was out in the sun for a minute. The heat index feels like it is over 115. And I don't know what the heat index is, but the temperature has not been over 100 before a couple of days, but the heat index feels like it is always over 100, and it's very miserable here. So you all have not seen very many videos. I'm behind in videoing because it's so hot, and what I can do in the garden, I get out, I do it, and I run back in the house because it's too much to be out here. Um, it's way too much to be out here. I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. Don't laugh, don't judge. This is my red maple, my Japanese maple. It usually has beautiful red leaves. I don't know if you all can tell, the stem is green. It's been sitting halfway under the cattle panel, halfway in the sun, and it was red. I just noticed this week that the leaves are being burnt to hell, and it's not even in full sun. It is extremely hot, and I have been moving this thing and moving this thing. Right now, it is completely under the shade. It does not like being in shade because it won't turn red if it's not in sun, but it cannot tolerate it here. So I'm going to be taking these leaves off, and the white that you see on there, that's just clay. I sprayed it down to make sure that nothing was trying to eat it. But this is how bad it is here. And this has been in almost full shade. It's just been just a tiny bit of sun has been touching this, and it is not behaving well at all. And the okra is my burgundy okra. I had to move it inside of the cattle panel because I have been moving things around, and on the back side where it used to be on the outside of the cattle panel, I needed space for other things. And so as you can see, it is not burgundy because it is not getting enough sun. But even though it's not burgundy, it'll still eat. Doesn't matter if it's burgundy or green. I would love for it to be burgundy, but I need to move it around in order to make room for other things in the garden. So that's what my garden looks like. So that's why you all have not really seen a whole lot. And I put up posts on my community board saying, hey, there won't be a video. It's not because I don't want to make videos for you guys. It's because I work full time. I am not home in the early morning. I had to take the day off today to get some rest and to get out in the garden. I was out in the garden by 9 o'clock, It is after 12 now. It's 12:30, and so I can't be out here any longer because it is boiling hot. And making videos on the weekend, unless I get up really early and come out here, it's just it's difficult for me to do. No excuses, just Texas heat explanation. And so that's where I am. So let me get some wood chip on top of this potato. Let me water this in and let me do one more walkabout to see if I can find my microphone. I have not found it, y'all. I have walked around here and walked. I did the same walk that I did when I came outside, and I don't see it. I don't see it. I might have to buy a new microphone, y'all. I'm not happy about that because the Amazing Store has not been amazing. They have shifted my delivery dates for like 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they suck right now. Yeah, I said it. Every customer should get the same amount of service, regardless to what they're paying for. If customer service is number one, then everyone should get the same service. Period. All right, y'all. Let me get cleaned up and let's go get these jars because I do still want to harvest and can. It's never ending. So I'll see you. If not, later in the car. I'll see you in the next video. So hit that thumbs up, share the video, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.